For anyone who isn't familiar with the concept, a recursive translation is when something is taken from one language, translated to at least one more, and then converted back to the source language. The results can be quite interesting. Anyway, let's go.
New threats. Goku lives a peaceful life in the village with his wife Kiki and son Gohan, without giving up on new battles. Goku plans to spend a fun day with his friends at Master Roshi when a new powerful threat arrives on Earth, and the arrival of this terrifying alien could be a disaster for Goku and his friends. Alliance. Goku and Gohan attend Master Lu Shi's assembly, and Goku introduces his son to all his old friends. However, the smile soon fades when an uninvited guest lands on the island, and the day is another reunion for Goku. A powerful alien has arrived. It's Goku's bad brother, Radak. Amazing alliance. Completely kidnap Gohan, unless Goku agrees to abandon his friends and the inhabitants of Earth to join the dreaded Saiyans. He may never see his son again, but with the arrival of a second uninvited guest on the island, Goku forms an amazing alliance, and all hope is not lost. Piccolo design. The situation seems to be difficult for Goku and Piccolo, as Radak easily deflects the attack sent to him, but Piccolo might have a way to stop the dreaded Saiyan. Complete a new powerful attack, a special beam cannon. There is only one problem. Due to the explosion, Piccolo needs time to gather energy. In other words, Goku only has to endure Raditz for 5 minutes. Gohan's anger. When Goku was punished and injured by the evil Radik, Gohan was never seen again. The boy's anger unleashed the terrifying power slumbering within him, unleashing a powerful attack that even Radak couldn't resist. But as soon as Gohan's power appeared, he disappeared. And as Radak prepares for revenge, Goku must sacrifice the ultimate victim to save his son. There is no time like now. With Raditz and Goku defeated, the surviving Z warriors need to start preparing for the arrival of the two Saiyans who will arrive on Earth within a year. Piccolo will of course take Gohan through a rigorous training program in the hope that his hidden powers will be revealed. Meanwhile, Goku must travel through the endless snake path, be trained by the legendary king of the northern world, and start a new adventure in the next world. First day. Gohan begins the first day of Piccolo training. Alone in the desert, he must quickly learn to take care of himself. But it's not easy when he's tired and hungry, and he's being chased by hungry dinosaurs. If Gohan's first day was dangerous, how could he survive the second? Gohan goes bananas. Krillin receives shocking news. Korin wants to collect Yamcha, Tian, and dumplings and take part in special training. Even if that's not enough, he and Master Roshi need to find a way to tell what happened to Kiki Wukan and her son. Meanwhile, Gohan's training has put him through an earth-shattering upheaval. Weirdest robot. Gohan wakes up in the desert to find his tail is missing and new clothes are on his back. But the embarrassed kid barely had time to figure out what happened before a swarm of wild animals tried to take him to breakfast. A chase takes Gohan into an ancient cave, where he meets an old-school robotics capsule company. Robots have been living alone in caves for over 30 years, not happy receiving tourists. New friend. Krillin rescues Yamcha from a noisy baseball game and begins training at Korin Tower. Meanwhile, Gohan meets new dinosaur friends, and the desert adventure continues. Gohan finally became a companion, until he gets a tough reminder. Not all dinosaurs are friendly. Terrible, are ya? Gohan gets a very important survival rate from the Tyrannosaurus Rex, while Goku leads the snake path to meet the King of the North. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Nappa travel to Earth, but rush to Leo and become captives of the tyrannical king who rules Earth. After a brief provocation with the wild monsters, Aryan finds the two Saiyans more resilient as Vegeta and Nappa leave horrific trails on the planet. Global education. Busy with survival training, Gohan spends the day torturing a clumsy but delicious T-Rex. Tine and Dumplings were training all over the world, but their training was interrupted by a very bad launch. Goku tries to find the King of the North on the Snake Road, but Piccolo's powers spiral out of control with dire consequences. Get and Maz. After feeling dizzy, Wukan looked at the fruit tree. Goku doesn't deny his appetite and helps himself, but if you look closely, there are two giant dragons who just want to use heroes as toys. If Goku managed to overcome their challenge, the dragon vows to tell him how to return to the way of the snake. But can you trust these two animals? Snake Princess. When he returned to the snake path, Goku encountered his house. Given that he belongs to the legendary King of the North, Goku believes his wonderful journey is over, but he soon realizes that the Snake Princess is cheating on him and she will stop at nothing to keep Goku captive forever. Piccolo duel. Shocked by Radit's ability to dodge the strongest attack, Piccolo jumped out and split into two. Gohan took a break from training and started dreaming about his parents. The next day, he decided to cross the sea on a makeshift raft to visit his mother. A storm soon hit, and he remembered that he couldn't swim. Is this the end of poor Gohan? Child's pain. After a stormy night in the stormy sea, Gohan was launched onto the beach and nursed again by two orphans named Rum and Chico. It turned out to be part of a larger gang of orphans who lived alone and constantly avoided adult participation. Orphan leader Figaro intends to take the orphans to a safer hiding place, but when the police show up, everything goes wrong. Heel swing dangers. Bobo guides the great warriors of Earth to the Pendulum of God, where the past, present, and future coexist. After a stormy journey, everyone discovers that the two Saiyans who are fast approaching Earth need harder training to get a chance. The end of the Snake Path. Gohan continues his martial arts training under Piccolo, but the strange upheaval continues. The full moon makes the young Saiyan out of control. Meanwhile, Goku reaches the edge of the Snake Path and confuses the legendary King of the North with a friendly monkey named Bubble. While our two heroes are picking bananas, it seems like two terrifying barbarians could easily invade Earth. Against gravity. Gohan's training in Piccolo is getting more and more intense, but Goku faces the biggest challenge. Goku started an education, but never seemed to experience it. King Kai's gravity makes training difficult, but when he finds out that Saiyans Saiyans are used to extreme fighting conditions, Goku is asked to give his all. But is it enough? Goku's ancestors. After Goku completed the first stage of special martial arts training, King Kai ordered him to hit Gregory with a hammer. It's easier said than done. After a tiring chase, the King of the North tells the story of the Saiyan tribe. Inspired by him, Goku continues his training and can finally hit Gregory with the hammer. Impressed, the King of the North agreed to train Goku himself. But will that be enough to stop Saiyan from invading Earth? Reciprocal. I hope the training of Wukong and the King of the North can be completed. Master Roshi and his party will summon an eternal dragon, and he will be resurrected. And it's not too early. One more day until the Saiyan arrives. The problem is that it takes Goku 2 days to get back to the way of the snake. Darkest day. Saiyans, Getos, and Nappa defiantly claim that they have completely destroyed the eastern cities and reached the planet. Vegeta, Gohan, and Kobayashi sense their power, prepare for the worst, and meet the Saiyan, where Piccolo learns of his origins on the planet Namek. Yajirobe also knew about the arrival of the Saiyans, but only used it as an excuse to make huge profits. Our hero faces a Cyberman shooting attack under the smiling command of Vegeta and Nappa. Cybermen attack. After a year of traveling on Earth, these two terrifying Saiyans announce their existence in explosive fashion. At this moment, Kobayashi, Piccolo, and Gohan face these Saiyan monsters and the wands they brought. Can they hold out until Goku arrives? The power of Nappa. Furious at the loss of his friend Yamcha, Krillin launches a powerful attack that completely destroys the manic Cyberman. But the victory was only temporary. Now the defenders of Earth must fight the Sami themselves, and the mighty Nappa is ready to fight. Sacrifice. Dumpling desperately wants to save his comrades, sacrificing himself to stop the evil Nappa. However, when the smoke cleared, Nappa remained upright. Now Tiny and the others have to leave their friends and move on, as Nappa begins another devastating attack. And even if the body is shattered, Heaven has a trick that can completely destroy the evil Saiyan. Nappa rampage. Geto stop fighting. Nappa rages to kill time. Meanwhile, Goku reaches the end of the snake trail, struggling to see his friends again. But is it too late to save them from deadly cyanosis? Nimbus speed. Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin are doing their best to stop the seances, Vegeta's, and Nappa's invaders from finding Dragon Ball and taking over Earth. At the same time, Goku will return to Earth with an unprecedented effort aboard the Flying Reiki. Is it enough? Will it come on time? To reach Goku, Piccolo sacrificed the ultimate sacrifice in an attempt to save Gohan from Saiyan's brutal rage. Just when all seemed hopeless, Goku finally returned to Earth with amazing new powers to fight the Saiyans. But will this new force be enough to defeat Nappa Wajda? Lesson 1. Trapped in his final battle with the Saiyan Earth attackers, Goku begins his devastating attack on Nappa and begins to demonstrate the skills and training he has acquired from the King of the North. However, when Nappa conceded defeat under Vegeta's command, he turned his back on Gohan and Krillin to stop Gohan's kayak attack. Nappa, overwhelmed and defeated, ends up losing to Vegeta, and Goku confronts him. Wukong versus Geto. After sending Gohan and Kobayashi, Goku decides to face the mighty Vegeta himself. As his family and friends wait in wonder, Goku and the mighty Saiyan face a devastating battle. The two warriors are similar, but both hide their true power. Will Goku's hidden abilities be enough to end it completely? Saiyan-sized secrets. Vegeta and Goku continue to fight with strength, will, and determination. Hit. The two fighters are similar until Vegeta discovers the secret power of the Saiyans. This anger can actually turn into a giant monkey that can destroy civilization and even the entire planet. Can Goku find a way to stop this massive attack? Ghost Bomb! Goku's battle with Ogata continued, and Ogata was transformed into a completely changed Saiyan warrior. Gohan convinces him that he must return to Krillin to fight when he senses his father's danger. Goku has no choice but to use the Spirit Bomb, but if it fails, it will fall into Vegeta's hands. Shadow Hero. Goku is trapped by a giant monkey and slum. Kobayashi and Gohan start desperately to save him, but it was all in vain because Kobayashi's destructive disc failed to cut off the Saiyan's tail. But when a terrific hero emerges from the shadows, is there any hope of reversing Vegeta's drastic change? Yagi-Lova! Krill attack. While Gohan and Vegeta fought for their lives, Goku transferred the power of the psychic bomb to Krillin. Under the guidance of the King of the North, Krillin dropped a bomb on Vegeta, sending the evil Saiyan to heaven. Without a doubt, this was the last time our hero saw Vegeta, when he was sent to the limits of Earth's atmosphere. Or maybe? Mercy. Gohan turns into a giant monkey and feels remorse for an angry Vegeta. After an exhausting fight, Vegeta cuts off Gohan's tail, depriving Gohan of his transforming abilities. However, the giant monkey fell, crushed Vegeta, and was beaten to pieces. Krillin decides to end Saiyan, but does Goku have other plans?
It's all the same thing. Thank you for the registration question?